Hello everyone, Lil'X Tech here. Welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be talking about a controversial topic which involves iOS 14 and jailbreaking. Now I support jailbreaking to the fullest. As you can see here, I have my iPad jailbroken on the latest uncovered jailbreak, of course. And what I want to talk about on this video is discuss why jailbreaking is not really worth it anymore. At least on an iPhone base. I mean, on the iPad you get a little more productivity. Of course, you have your tweaks, like to be able to turn off the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi for real, not just disconnect them. But what I want to get into here is discuss why jailbreaking is not really worth it anymore. Now, as you can see here, loading up the Apple's website, which discusses the new iOS version and the iPadOS version, which is iPadOS and iOS 14. Now, on the iPadOS side, I feel like they didn't really announce a lot of features. For example, for pro users, I understand for us, we just use the iPad as a media device, for example. As in for professionals, they have to use pro video editing apps, photo editing, and all of that. But for us, we just pretty much use it as an entertainment device. Now, I feel like iPadOS did got some cool features, like for example, the new widgets that the iPhone's got. However, you cannot put them on your home screen as of yet. Hopefully, they'll change that on the later betas, but so far, beta 1 to use that feature. Now, they did change some things. As you can see here, they got the new small call setting. Whenever you get a call, it just pops up at the top instead of a full-on, takes your screen away and whatnot. Now, I feel like this feature, on the iPhone, it makes so much sense. Now, I am running the latest beta of iOS 14 on my iPhone. Unfortunately, I'll have to show it to you later, since that's what I'm using to record this video. And it has been pretty stable. I have been able to add the widgets, which, as I was saying, you jailbreak to add more things to your iPhone or your iPad that you haven't been able to have on the stock iOS version. Now, as you can see here, here's some tweaks that pretty much made jailbreaking not worth it anymore. Now, Lil'X Reloaded, what this tweak is supposed to do is add widgets to your home screen. Now, as I was mentioning, Apple just did that. And I know they got some inspiration, whether from this or from Android. Now you can have widgets on your home screen. On the iPad, you can't. You just have the this one's on the side, which they did call them widgets before, but you now have widgets on your home screen if you have an iPhone, and that has been amazing. I'll show it to you in a little bit whenever I switch to my to the iPhone side, but it has been great. Lil'X Reloaded, you could use that on a jailbreak. Now you have to be jailbroken for this, of course, and it worked great. I don't have it because, of course, I'm not gonna pay $2.99, which I know it's just $3, but now that we have iOS 14, there's no need for me to pay for this. And I feel like people, jailbreak just for this, to have more features that Apple didn't give them on their just regular UI. Now, another big point of jailbreaking was to add themes here. Like I have this theme and little animation here. That is just the icing on top of the cake. That's not really adds functionality. Now, another thing that people jailbreaks for is to add extra functionality to apps. For example, YouTube here, if I play a video, for example, this one, you have to have YouTube Premium to have the video play on the background, right? Not if you're jailbroken. As you can see here, if you're jailbroken, you have the ability to, play YouTube on the background. And you can also change different UI elements. For example, the notifications, as you can see, they're different colored. Pretty sweet. The widgets are different colors, as you can see here. Pretty sweet. Now going back and just go ahead and close off of YouTube. This shows that jailbreaking is awesome. You have so many different tweaks that it will be impossible to count them all in just one video. Now, as you can see here, we have this tweak which changes your music player with the album art. That's a pretty awesome tweak. But this is not a video about tweaks. This is just showing you what a jailbroken device can do and why, you would consider jailbreaking in the first place. And why, for me, now that iOS 14 has come along, it's not really worth it anymore. Now, I will keep this jailbreaking, of course, because I want to explore what goes on in the jailbreaking world. What more can they add? You know, as you can see, you have your on your battery there. I have my battery percentage. That's awesome, pretty cool. You know, you have different themes. As you can see, my dock is clear. It's pretty sweet what you can do with a jailbroken device. So many things you have, so many tweaks. I know I've probably said tweaks a million times in this video, but I just want to get the point through. For example, there we go. Double tap to close. These are about those small things that make up a jailbroken device. So many things you can add. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch to show you why, in the main point of this video, why jailbreaking is not really worth it anymore. So I will show you iPadOS 14 in... Alright guys, we're back. Now I'm sorry if the video quality has decreased. I have to use my iPad's camera. And as you can see here, it is the same camera as the iPhone 5S. So pretty much older camera technology, but you know, it'll hopefully still get things to work here. Now, as I dismiss those emails, all right, let's go ahead and start by showing you why and how iOS 14 has changed the game. Now, as you can see here, it's pretty much different, but yet again the same. So, I mean, you still can't rearrange your icons and put them in the order that you want. They still have to be pinned to a specific location in the UI. However, this makes it so much worth it. The new widgets that you get, for example, you cannot hold on any part of the screen. Now, I know they got some inspiration from Android to be able to do this, like, it's obvious. But it's implemented so well in the UI, and this is just the first beta of iOS 14. I can't imagine how it's going to be whenever the public release goes out. So you have a whole bunch of widgets that you can put. For example, the weather widget. You can have a small one, medium one, and a big one. As we go back, the news widget, you can have a small one, medium one, and a big one. This is just as it would work on Android. And as you can see here, bam, it takes half of the screen, it's up there. Now, I don't know where my messaging, there we go. Put that back in here. Have a cohesive, you know, screen experience. Now, the widget, you can interact with it. I see this on your home screen. For example, I have the smart stack. You can swipe up and down, interact with it while it's on your home screen. How, I would have never expected Apple to ever add that, if I'm honest with you. But I'm so happy they did, and you know, it adds so much functionality to your iPhone. If you want to remove a widget, just hold on it and remove it. If you want to add another widget, just hold on the home screen. I want to delete my remote. Hold on the home screen and add another widget. It's so customizable that it's amazing. And I know that's just one small part of iOS 14. Now, I didn't get to show you, but on the iPad, they have this tweak called Small Siri. Well, guess what Apple just did? What is the weather for California tomorrow?
It's going to be hot and sunny in Sacramento, California tomorrow, with a high of 90 degrees.
Thank you, Siri. As you can see, they have changed the UI for it to be small and center, and it doesn't take up your whole screen. Now, we did get interrupted because my iPad is also connected to my Apple ID, so it also got the call. But the ringer just comes up on top. You can dismiss it just as a notification, and it's those small touches to the new system that just makes it worth it and makes it so you don't have to jailbreak anymore. I was highly considering jailbreaking this phone. I do have the Apple Card, so that was one, I guess, middle concern for me, since I don't want to mess up my finances in any way. And I know the Wallet app does have jailbreak detection, and I know there's apps where you can block it, like Liberty, like Tweaks. But I just didn't want to, take the risk. Now, as you can see here, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, you still have pretty much the same thing. Another big thing that changed was also CarPlay. CarPlay is not really that much of a big change. However, you now do have the ability to change the background. As you can see here, the background has changed. And I will do a whole separate video about CarPlay and its new features. It also gets a new small Siri. But that's one of the big things, guys. And I just wanted to make this little quick video of why jailbreaking is not really worth it anymore. In 2020, since Apple has actually listened to the consumers and released something that they actually wanted, you know, we haven't wanted widgets for such a long time. And I know I am not just the only one who has requested widgets. Now, also one more thing here before we wrap up the video. I did make a Twitter account for this YouTube channel. If you want to go follow me there, it is obviously Lil'X Tech at Lil'X Tech 1. And I will link this down below. That way, if you want to ever get in touch with me, we have a place. You know, you can DM me. I will obviously share, keep you updated on how my experience has been with iOS 14. And as you can see here, I just tweeted this yesterday of how I have been able to have a really stable version of iOS and how my battery has been increasing. My battery life has actually increased a lot since whenever I updated. And that is crazy to say for a first beta. This is not even available to consumers yet. This is a developer beta that is supposed to be just for developers. iOS 13 on its first developer beta was so buggy and it had so many bugs. Now, I have experienced some bugs. For example, I was trying to record the video and it kept pausing and stopped recording. But, you know, those are small bugs that I'm not really gonna complain a lot about. I did report it. You, of course, every time you do get a beta, you get a app so you can report bugs to Apple. I have reported that one. And here we go. We got to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, if you want to consider following me on Twitter, you can go ahead and do so. Here's the Twitter account for you to follow me on, and I really appreciate y'all. And I'll have more videos to come. Trust me, from CarPlay and a whole bunch of videos. Now, if you haven't yet and you want to, please subscribe. Leave me a comment down below of why do you think jailbreaking is or is not worth it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.